Where in Atlanta are the men who look Republican but vote independent? I'm not looking for a feminine energy type kind of guy, or one that has toxic traits or anything like that. I really like the masculine type kind of guy, one that he's good with his hands, or he, one that he doesn't mind getting dirty, that kind of stuff.
Wow, that's amazing.
You know, it's funny you should ask, because we actually took a day trip down to Atlanta to check out Skeeter's brand new vacation house. All of those masculine men who apparently don't vote Republican were all down there getting ready for the upcoming shot put bowling league. You see, it's like bowling, except it's with a shot put instead. Now, we're still working out the details, but we almost figured out a way to legally involve go-karts and Nerf blasters to be written into the regulations. But after those negotiations were done, we all got together and helped Skeeter build the ultimate entertainment center for his man cave. The thing had to be at least 30 feet long. I mean, how else was he going to accommodate all of those classic game systems and vintage records?
But I definitely have a type. I like one that can dress really nice, looks amazing in a suit, but can also look good in a t-shirt and jeans. I love to dress up, so someone who is not scared of a, could be high maintenance type of woman. I just take care of myself, put it that way. I own my own condo. I work in a law firm, so I have my stuff together. Looking for the same thing.
I don't care.
Yeah, we know you have a type. You want a rich dude who's very manly but is still willing to play dress up with you to take you out to expensive dinners and treat you like a princess. This man must have a taste for expensive suits and give you an excuse to quit your job to live a life of ease and riches. You want what every woman wants. That's no surprise there. You're forgetting that these men don't want you, woman, and that's all that matters. Trust me, sister, if Emperor Chadius Tyronium wanted you, he would have you. But he's not hiding. He doesn't have to. The Emperor wants nothing to do with you and couldn't care less about your type, because all that matters is if you're his type, and you're clearly not.
But drop me a comment if you know an area that I should venture off into or hang out in. I need some help with the dating. Also, forgot to say, I'm 41. I'll be 42 this year, and I always like to say there's like a 5 to 10 year down, 5 to 10 year up kind of range that I'm going for. Definitely more on the masculine type energy. Gentleman, 100% looking for that gentleman.
41 and single, looking for a masculine man who doesn't vote Republican. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm gonna level with you, lady. Your best bet is to take what you can get. Just go to a local bar on $9 beer night, that way you sort out the riffraff, and then get with the first guy who drums up a mildly interesting conversation with you. Just pretend that he's your soulmate, and that's your best and only chance to find a guy of any kind. Face reality, woman. You're 41 and single for a reason, and self-respecting masculine men can smell those reasons from a mile away. It's the kind of stench that mixes month-old curry with a sewage treatment facility.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it's a formidable scent. It stings the nostrils.
I think that it's sexist that they have such large opinions on the fact that makeup is deceptive.
It's sexist for men to have large opinions on makeup.
Why? How is it sexist?
Don't you have a rather large opinion on a man's height?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So it's the same thing. Yeah. It's literally the same exact thing.
Oh no, I think this is like a debate that's been going on for like a really long time.
What?
Well, I do declare that is the best news I've heard all day, because according to this broad's argument, I am in fact not a sexist. I do not have a large opinion on women wearing makeup. However, I do have several small opinions, but under her own logic, this is totally fine. So here goes. You go overboard with makeup, thus making you look incredibly unattractive. It's chemical based, so it's probably terrible for your skin. It's straight up catfishing. It's blatantly superficial, and it requires a minimum 3 hours worth of application depending on the length of your dating tutorial. What a relief. I was kind of worried for a second that I might be considered sexist for thinking of this, but since I identify all of these things as small opinions, you're not allowed to get angry with me, because that would make you the bigot.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Dang. And I think that the fact that men just won't let women be and like do what makes them happy, and that they get so pissed off that a woman doesn't look like how she actually looks. First of all, I think that is superficial. And I'm not saying that it's bad, because I'm also superficial, but
Like having a preference about a man's height, they can't control that. But men having a preference about how much makeup you wear, you can control that.
It's science.
I guess it's good that you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, sister. Now, I will admit, different men have different makeup preferences when it comes to women. That goes without saying, but I think we can all agree that most of us find a woman who requires a garden trowel to apply her makeup is rather unattractive. Now, allow me to part with you a little bit of knowledge. We're not pissed off at you for wearing too much makeup, namely because we're too busy snickering under our breath. We're leaving you be to live your life as you please. And if that requires a boatload of makeup, then good for you. We do not care. We have enough problems on our own, and we're not about to waste our precious time on a lost cause.
This is just so shocking. I mean, I must just be so monumentally naive.
You are.
I slept with, it was like 10 minutes, right? Can I
So it has been decided by millions of women that if he cannot get you off, he no longer counts in your body count. It doesn't matter if it was 10 minutes, like your situation. It doesn't matter if it was an hour. If you don't finish, he doesn't count.
Oh, that was the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life. Let's go.
Well, that's kind of silly, and it seems rather pointless. Allow me to pose you this question, my dear. If your body count doesn't matter, then why are you so quick to redefine what counts as a body? Tell the world how you're ashamed of your life choices without saying that you're ashamed. It's adorable that you think that you get a say in what constitutes an addition to your body count, but guess what, sister? You do not get a say. If women control access to the bedroom, then it's the men who determine access to the relationship. Ergo, men get to determine the definition of a body count, and our criteria is rather simple. Did you engage in consensual boudoir antics with an adult? Then it counts as a body, and that is clear as mud and plain as pizza without toppings. And there is nothing that you can say that will ever change that.
Right on, brother, I hear you. Man, I hear you.
Most women are frustrated with the men in the dating marketplace of today. The primary reason is the prevalence of desperation among men. High-value women seek partners who are not desperate for validation. These men mistakenly believe that showering women with gifts, material possessions, or attention will win her affection. However, this approach often backfires.
What's that shit? It's a shit smell. Is that you? Smells like pop-pop.
You are desperately wrong, lady. These so-called high-value women have made it extremely clear that the only men that are worthy of her moldy presence are those who are willing to drop inexplicable amounts of money on her. Now, unless that man is willing to shower her with shiny presents, artisanal dinners, as well as her rent, then the man is not high value. They're so prevalent that if you throw a pebble, you're gonna hit at least a dozen women who insist that you're a bum if you don't pay her. You can typically tell these women apart because the pebble will always leave a massive indentation on her makeup. It's typically a dead giveaway.
In the digital age, women receive overwhelming attention from men, many of whom come across as desperate. To stand out and make a positive impression, men must avoid being like the countless others and strive to stand out. Balancing pursuit and avoiding desperation is crucial for high-value men. It's about showing genuine interest while maintaining self-respect and individuality.
I want to party with rich people.
I would be inclined to agree that your argument might hold the slightest smidgen of truth if it wasn't for one key thing. Why should a man bother to put in the work to make himself stand out for a woman who's most likely not even worth the effort in the first place? If anyone is desperate here, it's you. We're not the ones with a biological clock. You dug your own grave when you arbitrarily decided that we weren't good enough for you in your prime, and we have all decided that you are not good enough for us in our prime. We decided that if we're gonna stand out, we're doing it for ourselves and our own satisfaction. We couldn't give two damns about you. You had your chance, woman, but you missed that boat and it is not coming back.
By embracing their unique selves and avoiding desperation, men can increase their chances of forming long-term relationships. Remember, high-value women desire men who are confident and who are genuinely interested, rather than those who repeatedly chase after them.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
It's kind of hilarious to me how your statement can be easily debunked with 2 minutes worth of research on TikTok. There are a crazy amount of women out there who say otherwise, that men, the natural hunters, love the thrill of the chase, and any man who says otherwise is just demanding princess treatment. Well, guess what, woman? We don't. Chasing is only fun when you're playing freeze tag or you're trying to outrun the cops in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's not fun for romantic pair bonding. If we're gonna put in the kind of work that it takes to actually grow as men, we're not gonna settle for a used up bag of damaged goods. So if you want to chase something, chase your cats. Because much like the men you desire, you're never gonna catch them, no matter how desperately you try. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button. Maybe ring the notification bell, leave a couple of comments, share this video, and let's give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Bottles and cans, you just clap your hands, and thank you so much for checking out the new video. And until next time, peace out, homies.